This PowerPoint is about place value, and it will help with those exercises where you need to turn words into numbers. What we use in maths is columns. We have units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and it goes on. So each number in a unit column is worth ones. Each number in the tens column represents tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s and 100,000s. And if you notice, these columns go up by 10 each time. So to get from one column to the other, the value multiplies by 10. So let's have a go at putting some numbers into these columns. 223. So we put 2 in the hundreds column, we put 2 in the tens column, and 3 in the units column. Nice and straightforward. 1,981. So 1 in the thousands column, 9 in the hundreds column, 8 in the tens column, and then 1 in the units column. 2006. So 2 in the thousands column, and then 6 in the units column, and then we have to fill in the missing columns with zeros, and that gives us 2006. $10,619. So we need to look at the thousands columns first, and we need 10,000, so we put 1 in the 10,000 column. Then we go to the hundreds column, 619. So 6 in the hundreds column, 1 in the tens column, 9 in the units column. And then that empty column, the thousands, we put 0. $12,012. So again, we need to look at our thousands columns. So we put 1 in the 10,000 column, 2 in the thousand column, so that gives us our 12,000. And then we put 1 in the tens column and 2 in the units column to give 12. And then in that empty column, we put 0. $339,502. So again, we'll look at the thousands columns first. So we need 339,000. So 3 in the 100,000s column, 3 in the 10,000s column, 9 in the thousands column. So that gives us 339,000. And then we need 502. So 5 in the hundreds column, 2 in the units column, and then again that empty column, the tens, we just need to put 0. So what you need to do with these sorts of questions is write out the column headings first, put your numbers in, fill any gaps with 0, but then say the numbers again to yourself to make sure that you've got it right. So that last one, if we read it off, we can see that it does say 339,502. So let's have a quick look at decimals. We're going to start this time with a units column, and our decimal point. Then we have tenths, hundreds, thousandths, and 10,000s. And again, it goes on, but we're just going up to 10,000ths for this video. So in the units column, that represents whole numbers, so that represent ones. Tenths represent 0.1, hundredths 0.01, thousands are written as 0.001, and 10,000ths are written as 0.0001. And if you have a think about the pattern, whereas previously it times by 10 each time, this time we divide by 10 each time. So that's how you move from one column to the next. So let's put some numbers into this. 1.315. So 1 in the units column, 0.315. So the 3 represents the tenths, the 1 represents hundredths, and the 5 represents thousandths. 2.12. So 2 in the units column, 1 in the tenths column, and 2 in the hundredths column. 5.6079. So 5 in the units column, decimal point, then 6 in the tenths column, 0 in the hundredths column, 7 in the thousandths column, and 9 in the 10,000ths column. So it's a lot easier when you're working with decimal numbers because people do tend to write them or say them as separate numbers rather than hundreds, thousands, etc.